Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Thea 2, The Shattering, where winter is upon us, but honestly, it's not so bad. We have plenty of food. Hold on, let me reselect our party here. Yeah, we have plenty of food, plenty of stuff to burn. I would like to pursue the same path that we pursued last time. Get ourselves a pure stone idol, set up a powerful town in volcanic land. Notice that the volcanic island, if we switch over to single map mode here, the volcanic island has a little sub-island over here. It's large enough to have a fair number of resources on it, but potentially small enough not to have hostile villages. So we should definitely come check this out. We might be able to settle here way more safely than we did last time. If we can't, though, if it turns out that there is like Lightbringer spawners and stuff, we do have to have some kind of way of dealing with the Lightbringers. I'm not really sure what that looks like. It's difficult to take on difficulty 5 Lightbringer crews. I do think our party is already better at yellow combat than we were last time because Amalia has reliable arguments scaling up to almost 30 damage already. And she's still relatively low level. Like we're definitely going to get some more level ups on her. She'll get some more wisdom. And Gromislav has outmaneuver, of course. But we don't have anything that's analogous to Ajax from the first game, where we could get a showing off to scale up to like 15 to 18 damage, and then also have that slowdown effect. We could have multiple copies of that out, and I don't know. I think we're probably already better at yellow combat, but I don't think we're good enough yet. So we have 7 advancement points. We don't have to be in a big hurry. We have 7 advancement points and how much research to do? So this is 60 more research, that's another 30. 90 research is probably going to be 5 more advancement points or something like that. Something in that neighborhood. Maybe that's a little much, but, 4 and change. Which is to say, we have the advancement points to spend on working out better gear. I'm not sure what the right move is. It could be the case that we want to build for some artifacts. We could try... we saw some interesting books last time. In particular, there was a book that allowed us to get Chain Lightning scaling off of Destiny, which I think we have a little bit better Destiny than we do Mysticism. Isn't that true? Yeah, only a little bit, though. We really still don't have an answer to purple challenges. We just need more kids. Okay, well, for now, I guess let's just keep focusing on surviving in the short term. We're going to need to put together enough wood to build a boat. We're going to need to scout that little island, and then we're going to have to make decisions based on what we see there. We also have to figure out what is up with the stingers, so let's try to do that. We're a little bit rep negative with them, but it's not too bad. That sure looks like a village over there in the mist. Are we losing... No, okay. Just visibility and movement down. This is not like sanity-reducing snow or anything. That's a hill. That's not a village at all. Okay, there we go. So, bad news. There's a group of stingers on the tile that has the village on it. Which means that we can't interact with the village without negatively affecting them. What's our reputation with them right now? -2? Did I know that you have a reputation level with the global monsters? Can you get this up? Is it possible to become friendly with monsters? That would be interesting. We have 2 movement. It costs 1 to interact with the village. Maybe we do this. You find a buzzing hub of animal activity. It looks a bit like a large beehive, but then you also spot underground pairs and various other nests that are organized into one settlement. You are no friends to the stingers, so they attack, and then we run. Okay, I was thinking it was going to have us interact with the party first. Well, shoot. We can't interact with those guys. I guess let's just back off and hope they don't come after us. Not because I'm afraid of them, but because I want to initiate interactions with them. Bribe the stingers to show you our friend? For real, I want to be a friend. They like food. Okay, I have food. I think I would rather give them 40 meat than any of the rest of this stuff. Or maybe like 25 meat And then also 15 beetle jelly. I'm just trying to make sure that we're maintaining morale here. 3 points. Okay, that's something. Should we spend an advancement point on dryad wood and start gathering dryad wood here? Probably not. We should probably just go down to that source. So actually it's super hard to become friends with the stingers, except you can get some pretty decent stinger rep through events. I guess that's the way we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to choose the stinger-friendly choices on a bunch of events. Bulamira, you are my healer, but I'm still, yeah, still wisdom over int for you. Wisdom's just a lot better than intelligence. They're gathering up war parties actually on their village. It is a shame. I don't feel like I have a ton of control here, a ton of agency in dealing with these guys. We just kind of have to wait for the right events to come up, and for them to walk out of their villages. Try to talk your way out of this. Okay, we get a tiny amount of respect when we do it that way. The thing is, I can't afford to food bribe them. I can't afford to give them 40 food like over and over and over again. Here, let's talk our way out of this, but maybe do it manually this time, because I would think that we'd be able to do this without taking any damage. Maybe that's a pipe dream. Yeah, let's try manually resolving it. Because we have boars, right, who should be able to absorb the little bit of damage that we do have to take. Like, you can get down here and hit that guy. Have self-protection. I mean, obviously I want to put her on the table. But maybe I want to put her in the back row. Her 19 damage attack is probably still good enough. Yeah, yes, absolutely it is. Okay, so as of this moment, we are just completely annihilating them. I'm gonna just hit end turn here with our 3 remaining points. We might just play a third out maneuver. We don't even have to. That's totally what I'm gonna do, though. Actually, they don't. They don't have a card that's not represented on the table. So our first 3 attacks are just going to completely wipe them out. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I guess I am going to take a little bit of damage because dude has retaliation. That's probably what I took damage from before. So she self-protects every time she hits. That's pretty interesting. Have we ever had a character with that trait before? Long road. We got a long road to being friendly with the stingers. Hey, here's a question. When we interacted with them, we had slightly negative reputation, right? Maybe now that we're not negative, we can try... Maybe we'll have a different yellow option available. It's worth a shot, at least. Absolutely take 2 wisdom. Not even a thinker. Okay. You know beast. You want fight or you want trade? I would love to speak with you. The lair is buzzing with life, but they try to stay clear of you. You can trade or heal toxins, and some spiders may wish to join you for a fee. When you're friends, you can recruit bees, or spider queens, or train your beast to become stronger, healthier, or wiser. Yo, I want to be friends then. That sounds great. Trade. Stingers show you their stash. What have they? Oh. Well, they have mythical leather. That's pretty cool. They have a fair amount of it, too. Like, this is enough mythical leather to make something out of. Stuff is 200 per piece, though, which we definitely cannot pay. Honestly, we have some pretty valuable metals. We have some dragon bone. How much mythical leather could I get off of them? Let's say I'm willing to sacrifice all of the equipment that I'm not currently wearing. Like, these robes are not terribly useful. Although I probably will wish that I still had those robes if we have a kid. I probably don't need the silver since I have the gold. Also, if there's something I can make out of 12 metal, I'm making it out of mithril, right? We can put up the iron here. Not too hard to get a hold of scaled leather. Do I want to keep... Like, I don't want to keep this. Don't want to keep any of these. Probably don't need the basic bone. I know that I'm adding like little tiny bits here, but it adds up, right? Little tiny bits of value, I mean. Probably don't need all this amber. Trying to keep things that we, like, theoretically might want for the purpose of building stuff. These have the same essence level. I probably wouldn't use this. So we could get quite a bit. Put 35 more value on the table real quick. Like, say, one of these, and... or maybe just 2 of these, honestly. Am I going to quibble over 25? It's 22 mythical leather. That's not quite enough to build stuff out of. If I were to give them... I have no idea what we're even theoretically going to build. Just like, wouldn't it be cool to have a whole bunch of mythical leather? Yeah, you know what? Let's not worry about this right now, because like I said, I don't have a purpose for it. But it's fascinating to know that it's available. Actually, to reverse course on the thing I just said, it may well be the case that they have like a maximum supply they can have at any time. Oh no, I didn't, sorry. I wanted to add 2 more to the thing. We could do this. There we go. I'm comfortable with that. We'll take 25 right now. It may be the case that like they only ever have around 30, but every so often their stock refreshes to about 30. So buying some now could mean that we end up accumulating a lot more in the long run. I'll go ahead and do this trade. Also, we probably dumped a ton of weight there, which I feel really good about, actually. So we probably should just go and gather wood. I should probably stop worrying about this. We'll become friends with the stingers over time. It's cool that we have an easy place to get mythical leather, though. Even though it is a little expensive. Let us talk our way out of this. And again, manually, just to make sure that nothing silly happens. You do not quite have the speed advantage that you need to make this work. Our energy disturb is up to 21 damage now, which is lovely. Okay, you can jump in front of that guy. It's really, really helpful for our hunter to be so fast. This is nice. 12.0, that works. Okay, and I do believe that we have defeated them now. I don't think they have any chance to survive anymore. We're very good at arguing with bees. And yeah, even if the targets don't go exactly where we planned on them going, it really does not matter very much. Did you see how excited he was to get to do one thing in combat? I kind of wish that you got more than 1 point of rep for that. They're not going to, like, offer me a quest or anything. No. It looks like we can only trade with them every so often. Okay. Well, I guess that's more of a long-term sort of concern. Let's head down in the direction of the wood. As you travel across the plains, you hear a screeching sound from a nearby patch of shrubbery. Come closer and see a small furry creature with yellow eyes and sharp teeth, its body torn up and trapped in some orc-made snares. Well, I don't want orcs to get angry at my meddling, but... we're not going to get any rep with a demon. I don't remember. I think we have had this event before, but I do not remember what the outcomes were. Let's try to help him. You get it free of the snares, but its wounds are clearly infected with some nasty poison. Toxic green stuff is spreading fast, and the creature doesn't even cry out anymore. This could be contagious, but we do have skilled medics. So we knocked that out pretty easily. Bolomir gets a permanent point of intelligence, which is great. Okay, directions to a lair where valuable gifts await your rescue. What are the odds that this is demon trickery? Okay, well, I think that's the lair over there. We could go check it out, I suppose. At this point in the game, I think I'm willing to take another luck upgrade. There's a lot of time ahead of us. We theoretically are going to be able to benefit from this. I'm going to get enough XP to make this worthwhile. Okay. Can we do this? Oh, apparently we can really, really do this. It's actually very easy to get in that house. Difficulty 3 is not correct on that challenge. Alright, so we gather up some herbs and yeah, cool. That was it, huh? Well, alright, I guess he didn't say it would be super valuable. Wait, is this the place? Maybe that was a different house that spawned on the map for some reason? I guess it's possible. And I'm assuming we'll get nowhere near gathering grain, given the, the massive reduction to grain gathering efficiency. Alright, we'll just not make camp then. I do feel a lot more powerful this game than I was last game. I don't think I want to just take 3 points of luck when I could instead take 30% scaling bonus on Ghostly Axe. That feels like the right move. And then you could get even more War Shout, or you could get a tiny amount of parry. Honestly, right now his War Shout is our entire purple offense, so maybe let's focus. Can we deal with this? No. 7 purple? Absolutely not. We're not even close to being able to deal with that. What is going on? Okay, there we go. Oh, there are some dudes standing on our house. Ambushed by a band of crazed scavengers. If we take these guys out, the Slavians like it, right? I believe that's how this works. Yes, the Slavians like it, and we got another boar and another wolf. Still pretty low quality as far as wolves go. Hard to be mad about the mushrooms and stuff, though. An armed group of scavengers stands before you. Well, we've had a bad result a couple of times from giving them stuff, I believe. That might have been something that happened when I was playing off-camera to earn God points. Actually, I don't remember. But I think this option usually ends with them just saying, hey, thanks for the free stuff, assholes. So we don't actually get any rep from that. I guess we'll go for the Intimidate. I'll take that result. Wow, that's actually really harsh. Okay, so we did... He said no hard feelings. There were hard feelings. It was very dishonest. Oh, this is the toad leading us to the witch thing. Okay, how did the other demons disappear? The light did it, etc. Yep, I remember this. I forgot that we had this quest. It is not in our active quest log. We break the curse. Did you see how poorly we did on that purple 2 concept challenge? We are really bad at purple right now. Ask if he's a prince. Tell him the story of the frog and the prince. Okay. Ask about the disappearing demons. We got... Okay, 4 points of multicolored weapon block is actually not a bad piece of jewelry. Would you like to join us? No? Alright. We've done these events so many times. I'm pretty pleased about a 4-point multicolor weapon block thing, though. I think we'll put it on you. And then... This is exactly as good as the dog you already have. I'll put the hurry up option on you, I guess? Because she doesn't really have a strong contribution to red right now. And here we have an amber artifact. Hard for me to imagine that we want to use this wand over this artifact. That wand has really good scaling. Maybe we do actually want to leave the wand on? Because she's already good at yellow challenges, and the wand is making her okay at purples, whereas this artifact doesn't really help her in yellows that much, but makes her much worse at purples. Actually, do you want the artifact? You only have 3.6. Yeah, you're not really helping in physical challenges anyway. Let's do that. Okay, we do need to take a break for a minute here. We've taken some fairly serious yellow damage. Let's move up to here. We'll gather wood and fish back in that space until we can build a boat, and then we'll go and adventure a little bit. As you cross the plains, you spot a busy beehive full of honey and nectar. Let's just set this trap. Let's not kill any wild animals, just in case somebody would take exception to that. You know, I can't... Hard to imagine who, but maybe somebody. Alright, well, double toss doesn't do anything for you, so sure, more gatherer. And more gatherer. We're in pretty rough shape yellow-wise, so I maybe would not want to interact with these guys. But if I don't interact with them on my terms, I'm a little worried they're going to jump me on their terms. Well, whatever. If they come over here and do it, they do it. We'll handle it. The path you were on seemed solid and safe, but you realized too late. You stepped into quicksand. Scout a safe route forward? We'll just use our brains to figure out a good path. Discovered the remains of a less fortunate soul, perhaps spat out from the sand. He had 5 fruit with him. Don't worry, buddy. We'll take good care of your fruit. We'll give it a good home. Is the hunter able to gather? She is just barely not able to gather wood on her own in a single turn. So I think we'll do it like this. Just hang out here, and we're going to need quite a bit of wood. Okay, looks like they do want to play. I mean, fight is not my preferred method of resolving this conflict, but also, I don't know that I care that much. And we really need to stop taking yellow damage for a minute here. So, I would love it if we could have another kid show up. More scavengers again, huh? Maybe I should be trying not to let my rep fall too low with them if we intend to make friends with a lot of people. Yeah, alright, I'll sacrifice my overflow here. And are we in good shape for this? Have we recovered? Yes, we've totally recovered. Okay, I might want to do this manually. Let's stay cautious but speak to them. Okay, nothing happened. If the auto resolve had given us a perfect outcome, I would have just taken it. But I guess we'll go this way. 42 damage. Now, from this, I think let's just go ahead and put you down in the corner here, and we'll see what comes of it. But 42 damage that early in combat seems like a thing we ought to be able to rely on. So let's see. We could put you down with the hammer blow. You'd be attacking at 10.1. You have a tiny bit of yellow shielding. She's fast enough that I don't think we have to be too afraid here. So you're attacking on 11. And I mean, you have some damage, certainly. So let's see, if we play you, we're going to have 2 points left. One of those points can be Del putting down a boar. What I might do here is put Grumislav here and then just play the boar in front of her. Bolomira is tough enough to just eat this attack. I was kind of hoping to play the boar there. I guess we could still do that. As it stands right now, the wolf will hit the boar, then you'll hit the boar. The boar has more than 4 HP. So it'll survive the wolf attack and be able to eat another whole attack. I might just pass the turn. No, I'm going to play outmaneuver here. Let's see what they do with this. Okay. It's pretty bad. It changes how we have to do things for sure. 13.8. So after this guy's attack? Alright, right now, you're going to hit for 42, clear him out. Then you're going to hit for 17 and not quite get the job done here. Then you're going to hit for 17, not quite get the job done here. Then you do a hammer blow that doesn't quite get the job done. What we really need is for there to be a little bit more damage on this character before that hammer blow happens. I guess I don't really have that option. So I was thinking if we get rid of this guy, and the hammer strike hits here or here, then we're in a much better spot for dealing with the wand. We have 2 action points, but we only get to play one thing. We could inspire. You can inspire to speed her up and boost her damage. That doesn't really help, though. The problem is that right now, as things stand, the 42 damage is getting eaten by the wolf. And we still have to deal with all this damage. This guy's attacks are at the very end of the initiative order. So if we play the boar like here, she'll hit directly across to the hunter. Then he'll hit directly across to the hunter. Between the two of them, they'll do 21 damage, which leaves us well north of the bad times threshold. And then this guy will hit the boar. You are not going to get a turn. I think that might actually be the right move. That way the boar gets to absorb 13 damage. And this guy doesn't get to attack during the second set of turns, because she'll blow him up. I think that's right. Not ideal, certainly. They did have another card, didn't they? I don't think that changes anything. No, it totally does. Because now this attack, which was supposed to kill that guy, is instead going to hit a person who is not a danger and has 9 health. So that actually does really suck a huge amount. No, it's fine. We're fast enough that it's not a big deal. So I think I probably outperformed the auto-resolve based on what we saw last time, but not by very much. Alright. Even more research material. Hooray. And we're still not getting, like, good results. Well, I guess we can just put back down right here. Alright, so we have to gather a lot of wood to go and check out the island. Amalia doesn't really need intelligence that badly. I mean, I guess, like, intelligence is going to boost her sanity, right? But does she maybe need other stuff more? We could take a point of perception, give her some red health. No, I guess I'm going to take the intelligence. And Bulamira is... I don't think 1 second hurry up is all that good. I actually am just going to keep gaining rate of XP gain on her. And we're going to have to build ourselves a boat. So last time, we went with a normal wood sailboat of this quality and found that our carry limit actually was a real problem. If we do it like this instead, our carry limit will still be a problem. If we get the ability to make it out of better wood, yeah, we don't have to actually improve our standing here too much to get this to be a boat that is going to be sufficient for our needs. So maybe we do want to take the ability to get dryad wood. There's some dark wood right there, which we could do instead, I suppose. If we went back for the dryad wood, I guess it's not really close to anything else of value for us to gather. Whereas this stuff is in a place where we could have half the party gathering dark wood and the other half still getting fish, and they'd be close enough together to defend each other. It makes a slightly more unstable boat, but I think that's what we're going to do. We'll just hope not to produce a garbage quality boat. So, we are going to be burning wood at twice the rate, which always sucks. The other thing we could do is just stop gathering fish for a minute. You know what? That's actually fine. Let's stop gathering fish for a minute. Come down here and we'll gather dark wood and also normal wood. And when it's no longer winter, we can pick up some herbs. And actually, we're probably... How's our morale doing? Are we still hanging at the... Yes, we're still mostly above the second level of task efficiency. We're getting a little low on some things, though. Running out of relata. Which we will fix. Actually, if we use up all our fruit making relata, we're not actually gaining any morale, right? Yeah, I guess I'm not going to worry about it right now. Let's just gather some dark wood and wait for winter to end. You rest down by a tall tree and notice that a stork stands proudly on its top. The bird's beak is lowered and you see that its feathers are ruffled. I feel like we haven't seen this event in a little while. The stork it's in a trap, right? Yeah, the bird's foot is caught in a metal trap. And this trap is now tangled in the branches of the tree. Call upon your domain to help calm the bird, and then try to help. Should be a pretty easy challenge. We got ourselves a stork blessing. Cool, feel free to also bring me a child. Ooh, that is a much better dog. That's a total no-brainer. I think we're going to take strength on you. Let's reconfigure our dogs here. So we could put dogs on other people. I guess while we're sitting still, maybe it's worth replacing some of these other animals with perception boosts for better gathering. I think that's reasonable. Let's say... And we do use the boars in yellow combat at least to absorb hits. And we'd want them for red combats as well. I guess it's not really a big deal. Gromyslav and OL have the red combat under control. Let's just assign some extra perception to people. Okay. Although I guess if we're doing it this way, we should probably put the dogs on... Yeah, we should do it like this. Okay. Let's keep gathering. This group of Lightbringers is going to come over here. We're going to blow them the hell up. How dare they think they can talk to us? These scavengers, I'm sure, are going to mess with us at some point here. I don't really want to be crashing my scavenger rep, but I also don't know that I care enough to not do it. So if we're talking about building a boat, how much dark wood do we actually need? How much do we want to use? Because we could do this thing, right? And end up with a pretty fast boat that has a greater carry limit than our group, and that doesn't make us have to sit here gathering dark wood forever. I kind of like that. I think that should be pretty doable. So we're going to need 45 dark wood, which is to say 2 more gatherings of dark wood. Okay, now we should be able to get to work on this thing. YouTube build it in the hopes... Yeah, I mean, there's a chance we get a trash quality one. I don't think it's too big of a deal, and you can probably stop gathering darkwood. I don't think it's that important. Well, we'll probably want to have some more around to build with. Yeah, we could just leave it like this. So hey, if that stork's feeling particularly grateful and generous, perhaps it could swing by with a kid? Okay, we're actually very good at fighting. It's not like my preferred solution to problems, but certainly do know how to do it. Hey, one of those ravens had a diamond. That's weird. Alright, let's just sit here until our boat is ready and then we can go scout. Bulamira, do you want even more wits? Yeah, sure. A building seems to have appeared close to your location. Well, that's nice. That's a reasonable source of advancement points. This dude's come along. Okay. I agree to help you. Oof, this is rough. Like, double toss is just horrible for her, right? Is there a good reason for us to take double toss? I guess it lets her participate in red concept challenges a little bit more effectively. Because her perception's not very good, but her strength is even worse. Yeah, alright. That's a fast enough ability that even when the scaling on it is bad, it is sometimes worth having somebody just be able to sneak in a little bit of damage. Oh, it's the crow. Either a beast of nature or a harbinger of mercy. Ask the crow what it wants from you. I walk my own path. Listen, I'm very busy, is the thing I'm telling this crow. Follow your divine path and search for the truth. Okay, thank you, I will. And it's spring. Good news. Bad news. The boat is heavy. Did I make a good boat? Is it an okay boat? It's fine. It's totally fine. Alright, sort by weight. It is a fairly heavy boat. No two ways about that. I don't think we're going to use this leather artifact. It's pretty bad. So that'll get rid of 66. It's just like a lot of weight. We're just carrying like a lot of weight. We're probably going to have to discard some materials. I guess we're less than 10% over right now, so the being over isn't a big deal. Let's go ahead and accept the job. So it created the things over here, and actually, okay, that's the next step in the divine path. Those are the Smith's Legacy things. That's the next step of... Oh, that's the Red Ridge camp, right. Well, we'll worry about all that stuff soon. Right now, we have a goal. We have a place to be. We can maybe do a little bit of cooking here. So, what are we running short on, actually? We're not really running that short on anything that we can reproduce at this point, and we kind of don't even really need to cook. Yeah, we're doing alright on grilled fish. Do we have anything that we can use the mushrooms in? Nope. Well, we can make some stuff out of honey. We still have spiced jelly, though. Well, no sense not making it. The herbs aren't food anyway, right? We'll just do this for one turn, and then we will, we'll get in our boat. Alright, let's go have a look. I'm excited about the prospect of this little carved-off sub-island. It's a good time for the snow to end. Alright, so there's an even smaller island that just has one garbage steel deposit on it. See a night demon village. Looks like Ravenloft over here. Okay, fingers crossed. We see... It doesn't even have to be like an abundance of resources, just like an okay amount of resources, and then also no hostile enemy spawning things. Okay, silver, fish, ruby. This is an okay start. Seen a lot of graveyards, which is a little concerning. Something put all these people in their graves. Alright, let's get up on land and have a look around. Yes, I know. Unfortunately, that obsidian is going to make us even more overweight. I think we're pretty reliant on Bulimir for our crafting, aren't we? I think I'm going to take the extra points of craftsman. We kind of need it. Oh, we got an event. I'm Venero, a traveling salesman like no other. I don't actually care about your spider silk. Yeah, I think I'm just going to decline and leave. I guess we could have traded him off some of our heavy stuff, maybe. Yeah, maybe that would have been a good way to get rid of some things while maintaining value. It does kind of look like there's no enemy villages on this island. There is a source of coal, which is nice. But I'm also not yet seeing any sources of obsidian, which I would really like to see. So we could do this. It's actually really easy to gather mushrooms. Yep. Okay, so the island is totally safe. And it has resources. But it does not have the one most important resource. You come across some slavers. They stop and show you their wares. If we bought a person out of captivity and had them join our society, that would be a pretty good thing to do. That said, dealing with slavers, less of a good thing to do. I don't know that we're in a position... in fact, I will go out on a limb here and say we are definitely not in a position to engage in a difficulty 5 red challenge. Most of their stock are farm animals, but you do see a fairly healthy goat. There are also some children, but they look very ill. Barely alive, in fact. There's one human, one goblin, and one orc youngster here. You also see a woman who is gagged with a price of 25 mithril or better metal. Ask about the woman? What's going on there? Special find. We're selling her on behalf of a client, hence the specific price. Truth be told, she was once his prized crafter. Hands of gold, he called her. Promised him the lead on some old treasure, a divine goblet or some other rubbish. But, as with such time-wasters, she became more trouble than she was worth, so he told us to sell her. Oh. I'm gonna be honest with you, dealing with these dudes is making my skin crawl. So I'm a little torn here. If we pick up an orc child, it is at least possible that we could produce additional orcs, although I don't... Maybe we should just pick up the goblin child and have be able to potentially make a tainted shaman. It would be nice to have a good purple character. We have an orc. We have a grown goblin already. This is an opportunity to pick up a child of a new race, though. You don't get those all that often. 8,500. Can we make 8,500 happen? I think we can. Yeah, we totally can. Okay, so like a diamond, a ruby, obviously not helping us. Then we're going to have to trade off some of these higher value resources. I'm comfortable giving up all of the granite. We can give up all of the gold. We can see there's a lot of places around here to gather these particular resources. The extra dark wood is not super valuable for crafting. We don't have a ton of it. We could probably make like a thing out of this much. But I'm comfortable parting with it. Let's give up a lot of these little crafting materials. I kind of would like to hold on to these 3. It's looking to me like we might not be able to, though, if we want this orc. Give that up. Give all of our basic leather up. I mean, all of this basic level stuff we could totally just find more of. I'm not too worried about this. So we've got the price down a bit. We probably don't need to hold on to the wood either. Anything except the basic stuff. Although we are at least burning the other wood. Giving up 15. It's fine. That's fine. Okay, so we can make this happen for just the price of all of our mythical leather, like plus a little something extra. And we know where to get more mythical leather. But I also would like to be able to build up to it. We're 2,500 value short. I think we're going to have to give up the mythical leather. That's fine. We know where to get more. I'm okay with that. And then we got to generate 81 more value, which shouldn't be too hard. We can just give them like 20 meat or something. Actually, pretty easy to do it this way. Alright. Welcome, young Bloodseeker. Well, I guess we could sail around the coast of the volcanic island a little bit more, looking for sources of obsidian. We could still end up settling over here and just do trips to get obsidian when we need it. I think I'm disinclined to take Poison Throwing Dagger. I don't love the luck, but I think Poison Throwing Dagger does actually nothing for her. Okay, well here's some of this stuff. Wow, this is not a bad area. let's sit for a moment and pull this up. We'll also gather some mushrooms. And the kid can cook a little bit, maybe? Not that we need to cook a lot, but the kid should be doing something, because a lot of stuff is worth XP. Alright, yeah, you just cook something for us. You'll almost get that done by the time we're done digging this up. We have a lot of advancement points to play with here. Find a young girl crying out for help? Okay, I know this deal. She wants us to get her, help her get revenge, offer her a place by your side instead. No, I'll find the men and die if I have to, but I will not rest in peace. Okay, I will agree to help you get revenge. We're probably not going to do it, like, right away. But it's at least on the docket. Let me pencil it in here. Okay, poison throwing dagger on OL is a little bit more interesting. We could take another level of line charge. His line charge actually is really good scaling. Yeah, wow, this would take it up to 2.1. Just thinking having a really fast attack is often pretty valuable. And we already have line charge, so like an upgrade to it will appear again. If we don't take poison throwing dagger right now, who knows if it ever comes up as an option again. Okay, it turns out to be more obsidian. Who would have thought? This island's pretty close to the shore in one or two places. I'm wondering if it turns out that there's obsidian like right here, and we were to settle... I don't know. That might not work. I'm just like, I'm still desperate for a way to actually end up on that little island. I'm gonna sit for one more turn and let the kid finish cooking once. There we go. Now she can feel useful. Let's get back in the water and sail around the coast over here near the island. Okay, it turns out there is nothing of value near that coastline. So we are not going to be able to gather across the water with our impressive gathering range. That is a shame. A shipwreck sitting atop some rocks. What do you think? Are we in a position to handle the kinds of challenges we might find out here? Also, how long... Oh, only 16 turns until the kid grows up. That's pretty cool. She's just going to grow up into a crafter, probably, like a crafter or a gatherer. There's not a lot we could do about that, but it at least gives us the ability to have more orcs. You spot a shipwreck sitting atop some rocks. I think we probably just ignore it. Let's not put ourselves in any additional danger for the moment. Okay, so we have those powerful Lightbringer parties. It really is a shame. I was so hopeful when I saw the size of this island, the number of resource nodes that an island like this could hold, but we did not get lucky. So maybe this isn't the move. Maybe if we're gonna settle on a different island, we settle somewhere else. Maybe we just gather. I do like the pure stone idol a lot, but maybe we make the pure stone idol, like we just gather the obsidian and then bail, settle on Goblin Island or something. We're gonna sail kind of out the long way here. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do. Something that bears a moment's thought. There's definitely some pretty compelling territory over here. It's just we would also definitely get Lightbringered. We could make the Alpha Clans friendly. I'm not too worried about the Alpha Clan village. Observe the strange storm for a while. Oh boy. This could be a wind demon, because despite the storm, this is not how wind should behave. Difficulty 4 yellow challenge against a difficulty 3 red challenge. Which one of these do I think we're actually more likely to be able to pull off? I think we're way better at yellow challenges than we are at red right now. I mean, you have a pretty impressive sword strike. And a pretty impressive line charge. You have the bone javelins, which are hitting for, you know, not nothing. 11 points of first strike. This is the one... This fits our domain better and everything, and we are pretty good at yellow challenges. Let's try it. Okay, I'll take that outcome. That's fine. Yes, we have met the Vietroviec. You got lost in the winds. I will agree to let you stay on the ship with us until we reach land. Easy enough. Oh yeah, there's a Lightbringer spawner right here too. That really sucks. We definitely don't want to settle on the mainland. Actually, we should see about this, like, this little area up here. See if we can get as much... We want to get as much vision inland as we can. And we're definitely way faster in the boat than we are on land. Although we're not overburdened anymore. Okay, spices, bloodbone, elven wood, some malachite. Definitely interesting over here. But again, like, the whole point of settling on another island is getting access to a high-tier crafting resource and also coal from your village's gathering ability. Okay, I mean, there's a Lightbringer spawner here. Even if there isn't a hostile village, we can't settle over here. Not until we can clear that out. I'm debating whether it would be worthwhile to make landfall and try to talk to the Alpha clans. How much coastline do we have left to see? Let's finish, I guess, sailing around. Try to get the lay of the land as best we can. So there's a bunch of ruins we could interact with. Having an orc child, we might have access to the orc, like, you know, when we hit a burial ground, the orc, oh, we should burn the bodies type stuff. I don't think she has to be grown up to be able to give us access to those orc options. On a shallow reef, you see a shipwreck. It could be filled with those, like, piranha fish. It could be... I'm trying to remember what other negative stuff have we seen. Basically, I'm just not sure that we are up to the task of fighting the things we might find in the water. Especially the water out here. Okay, so we have now sailed all the way around this thing. There's not actually a ton of sources of obsidian. They're kind of all grouped together. And if we were to settle down here... And we'd have to settle north of this obsidian in order to also get coal. There's not a lot of food available over there. I guess if we settled like 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah. If we settled here or here, we have the mushrooms and that coal, and then also, obviously, this obsidian and the bloodbone and some other stuff. But honestly, I'm not very impressed with our settling options here. I think maybe we don't want to put down on this island after all. Well, that means that we need to reevaluate a little bit. If Volcanic Island did not provide us with a good place to settle, we could still, like I said, gather up enough obsidian to make a pure stone idol, and then we could bounce over to Goblin Island. We do have a goblin. Maybe we could make some friends over here. Goblin Island gives us access to some advanced crafting resource. We could try on the Ice Island. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I know that the episode's not quite an hour long yet, but I think this is where we're going to call it. I'm going to... basically, I'm forgetful. I don't remember exactly what resources are available where. So I'm going to go back and do a little bit of research on the things we saw on the other islands and try to figure out where I think might be best to settle. If it might be best to just try to, like, make a go of it here on the Volcanic Island where, you know, to be fair, we are more powerful than we used to be. We could try to craft ourselves up some powerful weapons and stuff and just make a go of it down where the obsidian is and just deal with the Lightbringers. Or if it makes more sense to try to go somewhere else. We have options, though. We have options. We have not a large cast of characters, but a diverse cast of characters. You know, we have an orc, so we can participate in orc society to some degree. It's even a woman. They're very matriarchal, so that's probably good for us. We could go hang out with the goblins a little bit. We could go back to the mainland and try to make friends. I don't know. Like I said, we got a lot of options. So come back next time, tomorrow, to see what we decide. and we'll see you then.